Morning. This is the life of a bodybuilder's girlfriend, having to get up to do my check-in photos so I can eat. You wouldn't have it any other way though, would you?
Hey. Squeeze that glute, that's it. Arms a little bit lower, better. Perfect. Good. Perfect. Less muscular. Really squeeze your legs. It's better.
It's fucking freezing.
Really good condition. Your glutes are coming in loads, your hammies have come in loads, your legs look nuts as always, best of luck so far. My only worry, well not worry, my only thing would be that your back condition isn't as strong, but I think that's obviously due to the fact that you're on no carbs.
Yeah.
And
I mean, that's just down to be depleted, like, when I
think
pump up.
that'll come when you've pumped up like your back second to none, do you know what I mean? You always smash it with back, so I'm not worried about that. I just think condition-wise, compared to your overall package, that would be for me where you're lacking at the moment. Condition, not size, so see how we look at when we've
Put the food in.
put some carbs in today, and also when we've pumped up a little bit and we've done some more posing later on.
Fucking hell, Coach Holmes in the building.
I don't want to look at the camera because I literally, my eyes are still.
I told you in the last vlog we keep it 100% real, innit? This is the idea.
Of course. We are getting Scott some treats for tomorrow.
Back again. It's showtime again. So obviously the main thing, the first thing to do is make sure we got the post-show treats. So pick and mix, can't go wrong. All I'll have to do is make sure you hide it from me when we get home.
Yeah.
So yes, people, it is, what's the day? Saturday. 20th of October. Obviously British Finals was last week, but we're having one last push. We've got a show tomorrow. I haven't been able to get a video out beforehand, but I did say I'd do a video wrapping up last week, and obviously now we're competing tomorrow. So I'm gonna fill this up to the brim, wrap this up, get home, and then let you guys know what's going on, what's been going on, and what's gonna happen tomorrow, hopefully. So I'll see you back at the house. I've been trying to figure out how I'm gonna format this video because it's all over the place. But like I said, if you, hopefully you've kept up to date with the whole series, and you watched, obviously, the British Finals video. I'm sure you've watched it, otherwise you wouldn't be here now. But anyway, if you haven't yet, anyone that hasn't watched that, go back. Prep Files is the series. If you go on the YouTube playlist, Prep Files, all the videos are in one thing, so go back and watch and then you'll get this video. If not, you already know what's going on. Saturday, 20th of October, and as the title of the video says, one last show. Obviously, it's not a surprise. Obviously, if you've been following me on Insta or socials or whatever, then you know that that we was doing this show. But yeah, long story short, we got NABA tomorrow, which is a local show. Not as big as the finals, but it is still a big. It's still a big show. It used to be one of the biggest shows that are around, but obviously that's died down since, you know, with the PCA getting big and whatnot. But long story short, we're going back in tomorrow, full force, class 2 bodybuilding, and we're even better than last week, so I'm gassed. So what I thought I'd do first is wrap up last week, because I've been getting loads of messages. Shout out to everyone that messaged me. I reckon I got at least from when we come off stage on Sunday, well, for the live feed, we had 700 people in the live feed for the show, which was madness. And then I reckon I had about 300 messages easily over like Insta, mainly Insta, Snapchat them, shit like that. So yeah, shout out to everyone that messaged me. I messaged back everyone. It took me about 2 days, but I always make sure I message back everyone, because like I say in the video, the support's overwhelming and it's just mad. So I always take the time to message back to everyone. But yeah, I thought I'd give you guys like a little wrap up of how I felt last week went, and then obviously explain to you how and why we are where we are now and what's happening tomorrow. My target was top 6 and to beat Matt Tofton, who's the one that beat me at the qualifier. That was my aim. I would have been content with that. Yeah, show day as it was, as you saw in the video, it was a long day, but we knew that anyway. We took that different approach to the carb up and everything. It worked really well. I was a bit worried about the amount of food I'd had, because I'm used to having a lot more in, but as soon as I started pumping up, felt great, nice and tight, everything was there, poses were perfect. And looking back at the footage now, I was more than happy with everything, to be fair, even down to my posing, everything. And it's a strong lineup, like it's a strong lineup for one, it's a British finals, and class 2 is always a hard class, and there's some sick guys in there. So yeah, stage, I was enjoying it. There was movements all around, but they did put me in the middle twice, so I knew I was sort of in the mix, so that gave me that little gas to sort of, you know, try and fight for it. So yeah, that was sick. I enjoyed it on stage. They always seem to work me hard, man. Anytime I compete, they always seem to work me hard, but it's good, man. And then went out, came back to do a routine. My music cut off halfway through, which now I think is sick, because if you watch the video back, in fact, I'll put the video on here now, and obviously the music cuts off and I sort of just froze and looked over to not the host, what do you call it, the MC, whatever you want to call it, and then I'm just sort of froze like a fucking idiot. And then the lads had just shouted, yo, keep going, we want more. So that was sick. So I finished off my routine. I was a bit pissed, don't get me wrong, and I'm not the biggest of routine guys, but I had put a little routine together, so that was a bit annoying. And then yeah, then the results, 6th, 5th, 4th, 3rd, and I'm there sitting at the back and I'm thinking, well, I haven't even made top 6 here, because everyone was that good, like it was such a sick level. And then they called Matt Tofton 3rd, and then called me 2nd, and yeah, I was gassed. At that point I was gassed, because I did not, like I literally, when it got to about 3rd, I thought I haven't made top 6 here. So yeah, I was gassed, and I still am gassed at the result. I mean, that's top 2 in the country in one of the hardest bodybuilding classes there is, in one of the biggest growing federations there is. So like, you're not really going to get a harder class 2 than that. So for me to come 2nd, and from the feedback, well, I haven't really got much feedback, but from what I've seen from my own evaluation and others, don't get me wrong, obviously I'm going to be biased, my friends, supporters and whatnot are going to be biased, but I don't think I was far off the win. If I was to try and break it down myself, it's hard. I think I definitely win the back poses. I don't think there's no argument there. Talking about me and the winner now, definitely win the back poses. I give myself the side chest, but he's got a good side chest as well. I'd also give myself the side try. Nah, I wouldn't give myself the side try, because my tries are shit. But his abs and thighs was very impressive. His most muscular was very impressive. He was only small. He's probably about 15 kilos lighter than me, but his proportions, his waist was tiny. Anyway, the feedback I got, it was really close. They mentioned my hammies and glutes again, which we always know can be a little bit tighter. So it is what it is, man. I'm more than happy with that result. I was gassed, 2nd in the country. Yeah, buzzing, proper buzzing. That to me is like a bigger win than the win last year. And the only thing that pisses me off, the only thing that I wish was different was that if I won, then that would be 2 years in a row I've come 2nd at the qualifier and then 1 at the final. So I was that close to repeating last year, which would have just been a sick story. But yeah, so as far as the show, I enjoyed this show. Like I said, it was the best look. My carb up went perfect. We probably could have carved up a little bit more, but my carb up went up perfect. I was in the best condition I've been, and yeah, man, it was a sick day. Top 4, I think, all qualified for the Worlds, the PCA Worlds, which is next Sunday, so 2 weeks from that show. And I'm not going to do the Worlds, and the reason being, a lot of people ask me why. Yeah, of course it'll be a sick experience, it'll be sick to do an international show and whatnot, but this year for me was like to find out if I can, you know, if I can hold my own in this class and actually, you know, be a force and be competitive and do damage, and now I know that I can do that. That other step up to an international level now, I could do well, don't get me wrong, because I don't like saying it because it sounds like I'm not confident or I'm doubting myself. I'm definitely not doubting myself, but I'm just realistic with it. Now that I know where I fit in and what I need to work on, and what I need to do to improve, I don't just want to do the Worlds for the sake of it, just for the experience and get blown away. Not saying that I would, but if we're being realistic, the level is going to be a lot higher. You got guys flying in from all over, so I'm going to, like shows like the Worlds and Pro Qualifiers and stuff like that, I'm going to save that till next year. And yeah, so that's what led me on to do NABA. I thought for the sake of 1 more week dieting, the show's literally about 20 minutes from my house, it's in Dudley. I thought, why not? Might as well because the last 2 years I have big off seasons, have a long prep, and then I end up doing just like 2 shows, which is good in that. But for while I'm in shape, and I'm in the best shape I've ever been, let's do it. I'm grafting my ass off this week, and the maddest thing is we've come even tighter. So you saw from the scales this morning, I'm 4 pounds down from last week. Sunday night I had a Five Guys, I had some ice cream, I had some cereal, and that was about it. I didn't go too crazy. And then I had more cereal Monday morning, and then other than that, Monday morning I was straight back on the Stairmaster, hour cardio, straight back on my diet, and grafted the week out. I started to hold water about Tuesday, Wednesday, and I was like 8-9 pounds up, and I started to stress, but then literally by Wednesday, Thursday, that comes straight off. 0 carbs straight away from the Monday. And then yeah, woke up this morning, weighed myself 15.1, as mad like I've never been. I can't remember the last time I've been that. Oh well, obviously I was 14.12 for the finals last year, but just in this condition with this mass at 15.1 compared to like the last 2 shows, my conditions just come in loads. We took our progress pictures this morning, and you can see my hammies and glutes, everything's a lot tighter. So yeah, so tomorrow now, it's good because I can just go into the show and there's no stress. I can enjoy it. Don't get me wrong, I'm going to win. Like, I hate saying it, I don't want to say it. I don't like going to shows saying I'm going to win, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. But in my head, the visualization in my head is tomorrow, I win my class and I win the overall. That would be the cherry on the top, and I end my season there. And tomorrow's my birthday as well. So the dream, the visualization, the plan is to win my class, win the overall, and it's my birthday, and it's the end of the season, and I can eat whatever I want. So if that all works out tomorrow, then I'm gonna be a happy man. Today, obviously, has just been consistent of, I didn't want to film too much because it's literally the same as last week. I've been chilling, getting my food in. I started carving up from today. And the only thing I've done is popped out to the shop. Do you know what I mean? So I just thought I'd do this more as a wrap-up video so everyone knows what's going on. And obviously tomorrow I'm gonna film a full show day video. How many meals down now? It's 3 meals, isn't it? 3, yeah, 3 meals down. So like I said, same as last week, carving up, drying out, trying to fill out today. But let me show you my legs because they're coming in, You're looking.
Mm-hmm. You got more than that, bro.
That's the thing. So we're getting there. So that's 3 meals down. Salt bath, tan, food. No, sorry. Salt bath, food, tan, chill. Katie's ill, feels like shit, but she's still soldiering it on helping me film. So sending love to Hopes. So just your normal Epsom salt baths. I've been using these all week, to be fair. Like I said when I was talking earlier, Tuesday I randomly just started holding a lot of water. Now obviously because I cut sodium last week, it's the first time I've ever cut sodium, even messed about with it. So even though I didn't eat too much, like normally I binge a lot more in it. Don't get me wrong, I ate a lot, but we binge a lot more. But I think it was the reintroduction of sodium, because I started salting my meals again. I didn't even think about it. So like Tuesday, I just started holding water mad. So every other day I've been having a salt bath, and it just, on other night, because I'm doing 2.5 hours cardio training as well. So what I normally do is get back about 10 o'clock from my cardio, bang the salt bath, and then get straight to bed. So before I, obviously, I'm still flushing water out now. Still, like I said, I still got those 3 litres to get in. Salt bath, no shower gels, no what's it called, like perfume stuff, anything like that. You don't want anything like that, obviously, because of the tan. And then my skin's primed, good to go, ready to go get my last tan. I'm already still covered in tan, to be fair. Well, not covered in it, but I'm already still got spray tan on from last week, so I don't know if I need a full coat like I did last week, but we'll see. So I'm gonna get this bath in, I'll show you what meals I'm having, get the tan, and then we'll wrap up the video. Like I said, I'm just giving you guys a little update before show day tomorrow. So same setup as last week. We got white rice, sweet potato, and we got plantain. Only difference being I've got this bad boy thrown in there as well. We got a kilogram of sweet potato, it's about 150 grams of plantain, 340 grams of uncooked white rice, and 2 of these cookies. Yeah, and that's split between 5 meals for me, and that's from today. That's the total amount of food for today, which works out to basically 600 grams of carbs. And sorry, there's chicken in there as well. There is actually a little bit of chicken in there. There's only 125 grams of chicken split between the 5 meals. Like I said last week, protein is not relevant at this point. It's all about carb intake. What we found out from last week is that I can push the food a little bit more. I'm more depleted this week. One, I could have pushed the food more last week. I definitely could have been fuller. Number 2, I am tighter this week. I'm lighter and I'm even more depleted, so we can push food more. And the reason being with the cookie, I added the cookie to meal 2 and meal 4. So what I don't want to do is, you see a lot of people hammering down sugars. I've done the same thing, like I spoke about in the last video on show day. And what that does is, obviously, if your blood sugar level increases, your body burns through that fast. So when you're on stage posing, you're burning through that sugar really fast if you've been eating a lot of sugary things backstage. And then what happens, excuse me, sorry. What happens from there is you crash. And the last thing you want on stage is to have an adrenaline dump, your blood sugars drop and crash. So I've incorporated a little bit of sugars into my carb up today. So that's already in my system, my blood sugar's normal, and then tomorrow I won't get any sugars in at all. So like I said, we wanted to add some extra carbs in, so we bumped up the rice a little bit. Last week we did 50 grams, this week there's 60 grams of rice per meal, and there was 150 grams of sweet potato. This week there's 200 grams of sweet potato. So we pushed it a little bit. It's like 150 grams of carbs extra for the day than it was, so nothing crazy. And bear in mind, I ate 5 of these meals on the Sunday and show day as well. So if it gets to tomorrow and I'm feeling full or feel like, you know, there was too much food yesterday, we know that I needed more food on the Sunday anyway, so I can just taper it down tomorrow. We've still got little patches of tan you can still see, so I don't know whether she'll do me a full coat or whatnot, but we're gonna go see it now. It's literally at the end of my road, so it's perfect. Spray tan done. I've got 1 more meal, so I'm feeling really full. Don't know if you can tell on camera. Can you tell I'm looking? It's hard to tell at this moment in time. So I'm full of water, full of food, but I feel good and tight, so hopefully good package. But yeah, this tan's been on point. Little tip as well, everyone, not saying anyone's tans are shit or anything like that, but my first few shows I just used to go directly through the people who tan for the show, and they charge like £70, and it's a good tan, and they look after you backstage, and you can go back in the morning, and they look after you. It's 100% good. But with that being said, I'll get a spray tan from here for a tenner, and then we do our own tan using Dream Tan, and it's been the best tan I've had since. And me, Troy and Theo all use that. So yeah, just a tip, maybe don't use it on your main shows, but there are loads of other tans you can use, so give it a go. But yeah, we're gonna shoot down here now, get that done. Kay's not well, people. Like, she's a trooper. That's what you call it, isn't it? She's a trooper. She's not well, but she's helped making sure. You know what? It's not even the not well. I'm literally starving within an inch of my life. I don't know what. All of a sudden, and I get so angry. Trust me, you never met a person any more no joke. You've never met a person that gets hangry more than Katie. Like, to the point I have to say, shut the fuck up and go and get food, because, bro, next level. And I'm the one that's been dying. And you say it every single time. What? Every single time we do it, you go to the bottom of my road. Yeah, because it's just there's a nice convenience in it. Like I said before, we have to go to the tan place, like it would be at Emporium or something, then come back and then go back in the morning to get it touched up. It was a lighter shade just to make sure we don't go too dark. But obviously we put the Dream Tan on top of this anyway. So all set up for today. Like I said, Only difference from last week to this week is the extra carbs. The 2 cookies in with meal 2 and meal 4. Don't think I'm gonna need as many meals. Like now,
I'm gonna cook them, but I don't think you'll eat them.
But anyone competing, trust me, just make sure you cook. If it, depending on however you do your show day food, just make sure you take enough with you. So bear in mind, I'm not really doing any rice cakes, chocolate sweets, or anything like that. But I've got them with me. I probably won't need more than 2 or 3 meals tomorrow, but I'm taking 5 meals with me. You don't want to be at a show and be stuck. Like I said, they can run over. Anything can happen, and if you're there without meals, without what you need, that could mess up your whole shit. So I'm route to the shop now. I just need to grab a couple of sweet potatoes, get Katie something to eat so she can be happy, so we can have a nice chill. We've got the den set up at home. I'm going to show you the den when we get back. It's become our contest prep ritual now. We set up a den downstairs, take all the cushions off the sofa, put the blanket down there, and then that's the setup for the night. So we just watch films and chill. But I don't know, for some reason, you know, like when you're a kid and you have your little stuff home and you just relaxed. It really helped me out last week, so we did it this week. What is it, 10 to 6? I got a meal to get in an hour, and then we're all good to go. I think I've been a lot chilled this week, this time around, isn't it? A lot more chilled anyway. Maybe because the pressure's off from the finals as well. But with that being said, like, I want to win tomorrow. It's not I'm just doing it for the sake of it. Like, I did choose to do it just because I thought, oh, it's only the case of a week. Let's do it, and it's local. But don't get it twisted, I want to win the show. I want to win the overall. That's my overall goal. So I'm not doing it half-heartedly, or I'm not going into it like, oh, whatever. It's just everything's gone to plan. I've grafted my ass off this week and got even better than last week, which anyone that's done back-to-back shows knows it's hard. This is my first time doing back-to-back shows. So I'm just in an all-round good place. The food's gone down well. The house is all prepared. Like, there's nothing to do, which makes everything just a lot easier. Like I said in the last video, pick and mix. Loves a Saturday, a pick and mix dinner, spring roll, pizza, and some chip shop curry sauce. The rest of my meals for tomorrow. Like I said, I don't think we're gonna need as many meals, but we're gonna make sure we've got them with us just in case. So, okay. Right, so as I was saying, Katie is just sorting the meals out for tomorrow. Like I said, sticking to the basics. It worked last week, should work this week. I don't see any reason why not. I say then, it's nothing exciting, but this is what we do. So, this is it. We take all the cushions off the chairs, put them in the middle of the floor, get those candles on, and then literally, this is me and Katie for the night, and young Leonard, and it, yeah. So I don't know why it's literally like a mad home comfort, especially like I think last week, because I was stressed, and then obviously the pressure was on, and not pressure, but obviously it was the finals, and you know, it was a big show. And not that this is any less, but I'm just saying that's how this come about. We were chilling downstairs and we thought, you know what, let's just put everything down here, nice and cozy. Like I said, like back in the day, you know, when you have your friends, when your friends stay over, Katie, yeah, and you have a den and that. So Swench den, that is the tradition now for my shows. But yeah, so I'm gonna wrap up this video. Obviously, appreciate the support. I mean, even if it was to end the season now, second at the qualifier and second at the British finals in the PCA, like I said, which is probably the one of that, and next to Two Bros, the biggest federation in the country. I'm more than happy with that, and it was a close call between me and first, from what I can see and from what I've been told. So I'm happy with that. But with that being said, it's like it's a victory. We've done well, but I haven't got that win, and I'd be lying if I said I didn't want the win.
How many days strong?
Just one, please. Just
one between the 4 meals.
Yeah, I'd be lying if I said I didn't want to win and then I win. Second is good, and like the achievement of it is good, regardless of wherever you place. When you do a contest prep like properly and you compete and you got the courage and you put the work in to step on stage, it sounds cliche, but that's a victory in itself. But with that being said, like this is going into like my 7th or 8th show now.
You've worked too hard.
We've worked so hard. If you always see my post and anything, but we have worked so hard, because it's so much more than just me going to the gym. It's everyone. Like, Katie's ill here, she's making my food. Like, it sounds mad, but on a day-to-day basis, it takes a lot, man. And these last few weeks I've struggled bad, and the lads have kept me going. Kay's kept me going. Like, it's been hard. So it is a team effort. I don't care what no one says. So it would be really nice to end tomorrow on a win. So I'm gonna sign out. Like I said, there's nothing more going on tonight. I'm gonna get my last meeting. We're gonna set up in there, get some candles on, nice and chilled, relax the mind, relax the body, and then up first thing in the morning, and it's showtime. So thanks for watching. As always, please like, share, comment below. I read all the comments. I get back to as many as I can. And make sure you subscribe and share the videos, man. Let's build this channel up, because the support I get is mad, so let's get it out there. Love, people. I'll see you tomorrow in the morning. Swench gang to the world.